Okay, so let's do a little circle session for the next few minutes. So grab hold of your Pilates circle or ring or whatever it is you want to call it, magic circle. And you let the pads rest on the heel of your hands so you're not grabbing it with your fingers. So when your fingers flex like this a lot around holding things, when you're trying to do some movement with your arms, it tends to tense up your jaw and your arms roll forward and you tense your chest up, and that can create issues in your shoulder blades, but also in your neck, which might inhibit your breathing a little bit. So it just tightens up your neck, so you don't want to do that. So keep the heels of the hands touching the pads, lengthen your fingers in your thumbs, and as you breathe out, squeeze a circle. And as you breathe in, release that pressure. So as you exhale, you press, and as you inhale, you release. So notice that the neck is long, the back of your neck is long, but your knees bent. There's a gap, a space between the knees and the feet. Notice your toes are long. You're going to notice how your spine is resting. So relax your jaw, let your eyes relax, let your eyes feel heavy. So notice the back of your pelvis is heavy, and then we've got a little gap where the back isn't touching the ground, at your lumbar spine and at your neck. So now we're going to move the circle. So as you breathe out, take it overhead, and as you breathe in, bring it back up to the ceiling. And as you breathe out, take it overhead. And as you breathe in, bring it back up. So imagine you've got a rolled up towel underneath this part of your rib cage, the lower rib cage, it's going underneath you. And as you take the circle overhead, keep the ribs on that towel. So you're not tempted to go too far and arch your back. So keep your ribs down on the towel so you don't overuse your back muscles to take your arms back. So then you'll just be tightening up your back, and that'll make you feel worse. So if you are feeling that you're lifting too much here in the front, lifting your chest up, then go halfway. So go to a point that you feel that it's not too much effort, that you're using ease to get there. Because if you're using the effort, you won't be, you'll just reduce the curiosity of the movement and feeling where it is that you're moving from, and you just lose that sense of what's happening. Okay, so now you're going to start to lift the head and look through the circle as it comes down towards the legs. Come back down with the head and let the circle go behind you. Lift the head, look through the circle. Come back down, let the circle go behind you. Lift the head, drop the chin, look through the circle as you reach for your legs. Come back down. And lift the head, let the chin go towards the chest as if you're looking to the horizon. And then come back down. So on the next one, we're going to hold it up there. You're going to take your chin towards your chest, and you're going to start to take the circle towards one leg as if you're going on the outside of that leg, as if you're trying to place it somewhere. Come back down, and then come back up and go out on the outside of the other leg. And then come back down. And notice as you do this from side to side, that you're off one shoulder blade and the weight is heavier on the other shoulder blade. And you're equal in the pelvis and in your feet. Last one on each side, and then we'll rest. And then we'll put the circle, as you come up this time, the circle, place it over your knees and come back down, let your arms rest down by your side, take them out a little bit and press the circle away. So your knees are away from each other, and roll yourself up into a bridge. And as you do that, let the arms roll out and back. So if you made a little fist with your hands and you rolled your hands back so your thumbs were touching the floor and the back of the hands are off the floor. And then come back down so the back of the hands rest on the floor. Roll yourself back up so the back of the hands are off the floor and you're on your thumbs, and then come back down. 2 more. Keep the chin towards your throat so the back of the neck is long. And then come back down, lift the head and grab your circle. Take it back up towards the ceiling, long fingers, take the arms back and bring the arms back up. Okay. Exhale as you go. Inhale as you come back. So keeping the ribs down on that imaginary towel. Keeping that slight connection with the circle. So you're not going to drop it. It's not going to land on your head. She says, you drop it. Brilliant. And this time you're going to lift your head and take the circle towards your legs and then come back down. And again, lift, look through the circle, chin to your chest. And lift. And this time add a twist. So go to the outside of the knee, come back down, and then up and go to the other side. And come back down. So as you lift and twist, notice you're off one shoulder blade and you're heavy on the side that you're twisting to, you're heavier on that shoulder blade. And with less effort, so you're not clenching your jaw or holding your breath, and you're not squeezing your glutes or clenching your abdominals. So even though there's effort to get up here, you're using the correct sequence to lift with the head and the shoulders and the spine, the pelvis, the feet, rather than feeling you're overworking one area. And then come straight up, put the circle over your knees. So I had to bring my feet in a little bit to do that, and that's okay. So almost to the point where you can touch your heels and press the knees away from each other. Open up your arms, make a little fist with your hands, soft fist, not too clenched, and roll yourself up. And as you do that, take the back of the palm, back of the hands away from the floor as you roll onto your thumbs, and then roll back down with your arms and come back down with your spine. So rolling yourself back up, lifting your tailbone, and as the arms roll back, and you come back down, and the back of the hands come back down to the floor. So rolling yourself back up, rolling onto your thumbs, and rolling back down. And we'll do 2 more, keeping the chin towards your throat, keep the neck long. Getting those arms moving, and then lift the head, reach for the circle and take it away from you, and hold the circle back to where we started. Breathe out, press, breathe in, release. Breathe out, press, breathe in, release. Two more. And then roll yourself over onto your side and push yourself up. And as you come up into a seated position, you sit cross-legged and hold the circle at your chest and just press away and come back in. Exhale, press. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, press. Keep doing that. I'm going to move the camera a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So sitting on your sit bones, if you find it hard to sit like that, your soles of your feet can be together, or your legs can be out long. Or if you've got a chair nearby, go and sit on a chair, or on the end of your bed, or on the sofa. So you're on your sit bones, so you're not slumped under. And then hold it out and just twist from side to side. And if it gets too heavy, if your arms feel as if they can't hold themselves up without lifting your shoulders, then bend your elbows. Make it feel as if it's an easy thing to do, as if you're needing less effort to turn. And then bring your focus to your shoulder blade. So as you turn to your left shoulder blade pulls towards your spine gently. And as you go to your right shoulder blade pulls towards your spine gently. Last one to each side. And then you're going to come back to the middle. And you're going to breathe out, push away. Breathe in, come back in. Exhale, push. Breathe in, come back in. Exhale, push. Breathe in, come back in. Exhale, push. Breathe in, come back in. Last one. And then put the circle down. And shake out your hands. And then link your hands together and notice which thumb and which index finger are in front. And then take the hands away from each other and change the index finger to the other index finger and thumb are in front. And then switch index finger to thumb, which one is in front, and then switch. So the habitual way, the normal way that just feels right, and then the other way which doesn't feel, the non-habitual way. And just notice you're creating space between your fingers as you do that. Notice how the fingers are moving and touching. And then keep the hands linked in the non-habitual way, so the way that feels a bit weird. And then start to roll the hands away, towards you, away, towards you, away, towards you, and go all the way up to the ceiling. It's nice, and can then come all the way down in front of you. And then go back up to the ceiling. It's nice, and then come all the way back down in front of you, and then shake out your hands. Lovely. Happy practicing.